Hi and welcome to another little trip. I'm going to show you now on the map where it is to. So we're going to go again for one of all these ways here in between to Peterlee and then one of the ways back. On the back side of the graveyard of the St. Mary Magdalena Church, there actually goes a footpath on here no further. And we're gonna look what is possible. According to my map, there are the medieval fish ponds. There are the medieval ponds. Now it works still. At the North Hart Farm. Now it doesn't get any better here. Now after we were here, it's actually quite good, accessible again. I haven't seen them in a while. That horse seems pretty curious. And now here are sheep. And the horse is still there. And the waist on there. We have 3 horses. There are 4 horses. And look, there's the old Saxon church. The St. Mary Magdalena Church. So we made it now here through behind the North Hart Farm. And we're gonna go here on and then over to the Nelson Farm, and then we try to back onto the route into the Hesleden fields. They go again along the sheep. They also peaceful when it's safe to go. They all to the side. Okay, we stayed mostly where we were. It was just here at the side along. If I understand what is right now on the other side, we can either go here straight ahead, where all the cattle are coming, or we can go here back, which is what we want to do. It is not a perfect situation for a public footpath. I don't think we could go there through. So we're now back here on the main path, the 2 which are going out of the Hart. One the Butts lane, the other one the middle Forper Farm access lane, the south side. And there's the sign saying here the Hart to Hessel walkway in, which is over there and goes then there up. Now we went now here, there in Hart directly at the St. Mary Magdalena Church in, and then the public footpath, which is overgrown. Now where we walked through it will be for another 2-3 weeks go to walk. After that it will overgrow again. And then at the North Hart Farm went over to the Nesbitt Farm, and this is where the path you're saying goes through. Now as long as these many cattle are there, I don't know how we actually call it, as I just showed, I don't think people could actually, if they actually happen to be here and want to go from here to the Hart to Hessel walkway, I don't think that is sustainable, that isn't working. But it is a very beautiful walk, as you might have seen. So if one is here and wants to go to the Hart to Hessel walkway, here straight ahead is better. It's anyway shorter if one wants to go north. So just straight ahead to the Old Bayer Farm, a little 150 meters before the Old Bayer Farm, here in a kilometer or something. There goes the path in, then down over 2 bridges, over 2 little brooks, and then up again, and then is one also at the Hart to Hessel walkway. It goes very long, so not here through to the Hart to Hessel walkway, just here straight, and then a little before the Old Bayer Farm, in a little to the left, down over 2 little brooks, and up again to the Hart to Hessel walkway. But it's a very beautiful way, and yes, that was it. And we will now continue here as well, north to the Old Bayer Farm. This up there must be Black Hole Rocks, where we're gonna go now. Then comes Black Hole Colliery, then Horden, and then Peterlee. Where over there is the Old Bayer Farm, and now here down into the Hesleden, and the 2 bridges are leading first over Bella Burns and then the Krimpenbeck very shortly before it flows together as the Krimpenbeck. It's 4 days later since we were the last time here. Now we're gonna look how good the way is now 4 days later after we cleared it a little bit. So the way is better, but it has to be walked at least 2-3 times a week. And we're gonna go here again up to the sheep and then to the old Philpoke Lake or the Philpoke Lake and then to Black Hole Rocks. The sheep are no longer here. There are a few, but we could actually look very closely. Maybe if here are sheep, then down at them I know them, but actually I never seen it. We have a good view here from here to the Steedlip here and Hartlepool, and also the other parts of Hartlepool. So that down there is the northwest of Hartlepool. That is the Steedlip here, from which water was dragged in directly at the North Sands beach. And there's the Spion Cop Cemetery. That is the headland inn. There's a little thing there. That is the St. Mary Church, St. Hilda Church. And there's Herman Ltd with 2 big barns there. And further down is the Tees Valley. Now we're on to Black Hole Rocks. So we are now here in Peterlee on the Eden Lane tennis courts again, and we're going to play here now tennis. Now I noticed 3 things to record additionally to the booking system. I want to focus on the positive aspects, but I want to say also the negative ones. Now I wanted to book with my phone today, so that I'm then able to make it also on the place when I went here, so that I know today we're 15 minutes late, but I can then say today we need an hour later also. I need to update the browser app on my phone before I do it, and then I noticed if I do it then here, I have to do it with my mobile internet data, and that is more expensive, quite more expensive. And also then I noticed in the sun, so most of the times when people are actually playing, it is hard to see on the phone what numbers are written. And also it's a bit hard to see on the phone if one's not directly booking there, so a person has then to look on their phone, maybe with her glasses on, and type it into the number pad what number it is. But we know here it's free to play here, and we also don't have any problems when there are too many people here. I don't think that is at any time a problem really, but I don't think that the problem which the British tennis is facing is too few people on tennis courts, so that they are overbooked. But we don't have a problem, double not because we also booked, and we know here and we're going to play here now tennis. Okay, we played here now for an hour and it is a really good court. Now, I just also observe all the things around, and I observed that here's no bench, and if one wants to throw something into the litter bin, one has to go off the course again and in again and has to type in the code again. So there's no litter bin, so if one wants to throw something away, one has to go off the code. And because I don't have a code in my head, one has to take the phone with them off the court and again onto the court to throw something into the litter bin. And another thing is, we shot a ball through, not over it, and there's another one running from other people. And if it would have gone onto the balls field there's another gate for, we couldn't get it back, and they cost over £1 a piece. And it was actually a backhand, so I don't know what happens if I play forehand or serves. They could go regularly through it. That means that we have to plan in, as it is actually on many courts, that the tennis balls go through on places where we can get them back. But that all are just little things, and I don't want to be negative for something. These are very good courts, and all these other things are just little things, and they don't add up. These are just little things. Most people never notice them. And it is protruding overall, it is that they are really good courts and steady to play. And that is not overshadowed by these little things next to it. So these are really good courts, and we just have to handle and cope all the other things, but these are really good courts. And we want to go now back. 2 things more. So the first thing is, 4 days ago when we were here, there were also a family who wanted to go on the courts, and the mother was for 5, maybe even 10 minutes on the phone, and they ended up not going onto the courts. They seem to as if they haven't figured it out. And now there are 3 young adults again, and they also since 10 minutes on their phone, and they can't get in. And one of them said that maybe the website is down and isn't working, so maybe that was the reason why I couldn't do it today in the morning on the phone, just on the computer. But we're also 3 young adults not able to go in right now. And now I wanted to make it as a good message at the end. Now it's a good and a bad message. So the good message is, behind the tennis courts, just 50 meters off it, there's a free public toilet. The bad message is it has closed, and it's a Saturday. So Saturday midday, it's the perfect time to be open, and it has closed, so it is probably not to plan in. So it is a Saturday, perfect weather. It isn't so often that there are Saturdays of perfect weather, and people want to play tennis and they are not able. That is not good. But we're gonna go back. It are a few hours back, so we're gonna go back. I don't really want to show this, but here's now a dead rabbit. So through traffic killed rabbit, I'm gonna show it now. And it is directly here where we 4 weeks ago, when we went to Newcastle, saw the rabbit family, which was very close to the street. Further down there's a rope to close it again, and there is a horse again. So we're back. I thank you very much for watching, and until the next time.